Hello, great people. We welcome you to Physical Fashion House Studio. My name is Fola. We are glad to have you here. Today, we will be learning how to make one beautiful cowl neck. I don't want to call it a trendy style because let me call it evergreen style because it's always on point. Let's go. I'll be using this Korean silk to make our cowl neck top from this fabric. So I get 3.5 to 4 years because it's wrapper. We are making wrapper with it. So that is why I need up to that. Yes. So for the top we are making, we will be needing like 1.5 to 2 years is okay for this top. I've come with my pattern, basic pattern. Here we have it. The person I'm making this top for, the bust is 40, while the hip is 44. I use 46 as the hip measurement, and half an inch is added to it. The hip is 44, but I use 46 because it's not meant to be too tight on her. This is the bust. Her bust is 40, so I just added 1.5 to it. So apparently I used 46 divided by 4 give us 11.5. That is what I use here. This is the front cut. It is actually this front pattern we'll be working on. So this is the back pattern. The back pattern is going to remain the same way. I use a basic neckline, which is 3 inches by 1.5. That is what I use for the back. Total length of the person is 15. I divide it by 2, give me 7.5. Then I have an inch seam allowance is added to it, making 8 inches. That is the shoulder length. This is for the back. So let's go straight to the front cut to work on. This is the basic neckline for the front cut, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. Half an inch is up here. It's our joining allowance. So half an inch up here is our seam allowance. So the first thing I will do is I want to take care of the drape part of our cowl neck in this shoulder region. So for the bodice is not a fitted one, it's free type. That is why there is no dart in the waist part. You can see that we are not shaping the waist. So for this up part now, we want to create our drape. So the first thing we have to do is to determine the depth of our neckline. So for this project, I'll be using 6.5. You can use 7. You can use 6 to 8 inches. So I'll be using 6.5 as the depth of my neckline. So I'll just connect it with my, just this way. Yeah. So the next thing I want to do now is to drape my. So how do I achieve that? So for this shoulder line, I will have to mark as many as I want my drape to be. I want to take it from this particular place. 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. You can use 1 inch. It depends on how drape you want it. Yes. So what I will do now is that I will have to connect all this now. I will connect it to this front side, to the region I want my draping to stop. So I will want my draping to stop somewhere around here. So this one now, let me mark 1 inch here now. 1 inch. 1. So I will connect this to meet just this way. So let me use my cuffle to achieve that. I will take it from here and connect it to this end. I believe you are seeing what I'm doing because I decide to use a pencil in case we need to or erase anything. I might later use my marker to retrace it so as to be clear to you. Yeah, this is it. So the next thing is for us to begin to do slash and spread now. So firstly, let me cut off this basic neckline, so we don't need it. This is it. So now I will now cut off the neckline we are using for this project. So this is the real neckline we are using for this project. I will cut it. Then before I move on to do my slash and spread that I want to do here, I'll first of all cut off this joining allowance. We'll be inputting it when we are cutting out our fabric. So I want to cut it off so as to give me opportunity to achieve my slash and spread for you. So we'll be adding it later. As it is, I can even do more by coming to this hand. If I want to, I might get more. If you want your drape to be more than this, you can come to the armhole line here and even make another one. I hope you get me. So let me do that. I'll come somewhere around here. Let me mark here. Then I connect. I come down with 1 inch again. I connect it. Yeah, so I want to spread it now. So I will start cutting from this center front. I want to number this my drape. This is number, let me call this number 1, 2, 3, 4, because in the end I might need to cut everything so that the arrangement will not scatter. Yeah, this is it. I've grabbed a bigger paper to do my slash and spread. So the first thing I will consider on this paper is to measure 4 inches here. I will measure 4 inches. You can use up to 6 inches anyway. We use 6 inches. So this is going to serve as our lining, the front skirt lining. So you can use 4 to 6 inches for that. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be folded in. We are going to fold it in because by the time we are cutting, we want to cut it together with the major fabric. That is it. I will fold it inward. Now I've spread my pattern on another fresh paper this way. You can see the way I spread it. 6 inches has been folded inward, just like that. We have 6 inches inside here. So now the next thing, you can see the way my pattern is placed. So I'm going to just hold it down with my sellotape. I will tape it down this way. So you can use 1.5 or so as the distance for your spreading, or spread it just the way you want. So just tape it down this way. This is the shoulder length. You can see this is our shoulder length now. So what we do is that we mark 1/2 inch. That's our joining allowance. We mark it here. So I will just connect from here. Next thing I will do is to connect You can see by the time we spread, this is the point where this one stop. This one stop here. This is it, because you might not see it clearly there. That's it. We want to connect it straight to this end now. This is the down part of our top stop. This is it. So I will just connect it from up here and connect it together. So I will want to follow the one that's step out, so that I won't have a shortage of fabric, because you are doing draping already. So if you have excess, there is nothing bad in that. You can see the way it goes. So we are already having excess in all this area. Let me just take down here. This is what I want to cut out now. You can see the way I want to cut it out. So as a matter of fact, by the time you want to cut out your fabric, it's always good you fold your fabric in the flare form or bias form, because of this side. The seam allowance of in the shoulder region has been returned. Remember that you folded in something down here. Cut it together with the 6 inches you are having under here. Now I've gone ahead to cut out my fabric. This is the back cut. It is unfold. This is not the type we are going to open the center back. We are not opening the center back. It is unfold at the center back. You can see this is it. That is for the back. So for the front, I was having 3 yards of fabric, and I'm making wrapper with it. So I cut out my wrapper using 2 yards. 2 yards. I cut out 2 yards first. It's like 70 to 72. So the length of my wrapper is 40 inches. This material is by 60 length. So I cut out 40 inches as the length of my wrapper. So the remaining of that wrapper will be used for my sleeve. That's cowl neck is having a trumpet sleeve. I'll be using the remaining of that wrapper to do my sleeve. The remaining one I'm having there, I'll be using it for the rope part. So that is for the wrapper. So for the front cut, where our cowl neck is formed, because I'm using 3 years of fabric, that is why I say it's good for you to have like 3.5 to 4 years. I would have been able to fold it bias form. So as I couldn't fold it bias form, all well and good, I have to fold it normal. But first of all, I folded in the 6 inches, our initial 6 inches. This is it. I folded it in before. You can see it's unfold. I first of all make it unfold, then I folded in my 6 inches this way, and this one is like this. So I place it. So now, because I'm not cutting it in bias form, that is why we are having this excess up here. So this excess we are having up here, you can't cut it off, because it's the lining and the main part of your cowl neck have to be together. So this one now will serve as part of the drape. It's going to serve as part of this drape. If you fold your fabric in bias form, you won't experience this. So it will be easier than this. But in the long run, we are still going to arrive at the same place. So, but don't cut off this. It's going to be part of your drape. So that is it. The next thing for me is to go and join together. So I want to show you how you are going to join your shoulder lengths together. So this is the front cut now. You can see it's obvious that this is our shoulder length now. So as it is now, you are going to fold in your 6 inches. Your 6 inches is very obvious. This is it. You are going to fold in this way. By this, your cowl neck is already formed this way. This is the way it's going to be. Now, the first thing you will do is for the back, you first of all pipe the neckline of your back. You can cut part of your fabric to pipe in bias form, or if you have matching color of matching color of your fabric, you use it to pipe the back neckline first. After piping the back neckline, so you want to join the shoulder together now, front shoulder and the back together. This is the shoulder line, so you are going to insert this just the way you join your shoulder. You're going to insert it. I'm going to hold it with service pin just to illustrate to you, for you to see what we are talking about. We are going to join it with our 1/2 inch seam allowance. I want to demonstrate it for you before I go and sew it on the machine. I will do the second side just like this. This is what you are going to have. This is it. This is what you will have. Let me do the second side so that you will see how the drape will form. Now, this is it. I've gone ahead I just pin it down by the shoulder length. I use my office pin to pin it down so that you will see what is going to come out. You will see the outcome of this project. So I pin it down here as well. Then you can see the drape part here. So it will speak well when it gets to body. This is what makes it to be cowl neck. So you can see that's the way it's going to fall when it gets to body or mannequin. So then after joining the shoulder now, so I will just join the side. Then you will fix the sleeve of your choice. So for this work, I will be fixing trumpet sleeve, but we have a video on that, so we won't go into that in this video. Here we come with our cowl neck top. I've gone ahead to join the shoulder together, and the sleeve has been attached to it. So after I join the shoulder together, as I show it to you the other time, I joined the sleeve. I cut out my sleeve. I use a trumpet sleeve. I told you can use any type of sleeve of your choice, because that's not where we are going today. This is the front. So after joining the shoulder line together, I join the sleeve. I overlock it. Thereafter, I join the side. I join it from the body straight to the sleeve part, and I overlock. There is one thing I want you to take note when we were drafting our pattern. So I just want to let you know that you can use any wideness. I use 3 inches wideness. You can use 3.5. You can use 4 inches. It depends on how wide you want your neckline to be. And for the depth of the neck, is the depth of your neckline, the front neckline, is the depth that will determine how open your front cut will be. So for the client we make this top for, she doesn't want to reveal her cleavage. That is why I use that 6.5. You are good, as the depth of my neckline, you are good to use 7.5 even to 8 inches. So depends on how you want your cleavage to reveal. So that is that. So that is it for the top, and thereafter the hem part is stitched. So for the Egyptian wrapper, I've gone ahead to stitch the hem, and the rope has been attached to it. So I will later show you how you are going to tie your Egyptian wrapper. So that one will be shown to you on the mannequin. That is for this cowl neck top. So I'm sure you have really enjoyed this video. Like this video, drop your comments on the comment section. Share this link with your friends and family. If you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe today. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.